大量失点で敗れたリーグ戦前節から中3日での試合となりました。短い中ですが、どのような準備をされてきましたでしょうか。
しっかり守備のところでも、攻守においてですけども、コンパクトな状態をしっかり保つというところの目線をね、みんなでしっかり合わせようというところの準備はしてきました。
今回の対戦相手、リーグ戦で敗れた川崎フロンターレとの試合となります。リベンジのためのポイントはどんなところでしょうか。
いや、もう本当に我々から積極的に、もう本当に勝つためのプレーをもう90分続ける、そこに尽きると思います。
スターティングイレブンに期待したいところはどんなところでしょうか。
それぞれの良さをしっかり発揮することと、やはりコレクティブな一人一人が目立っても仕方ないので、その力をしっかりと合わせるということが大事だと思います。
クラブ初の決勝進出に向け、このホームでの第一戦、このアドバンテージどう生かしていきたいですか。
このエネルギーをですね、しっかり自分たちの中に入れて、勝利に結びつけるということですね。はい、
ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございました。
タイトなスケジュールの中、ルヴァンカップの準決勝を迎えました。このタイトルへの思いというのはいかがでしょうか。
いや、もうやはりそこへの思いは僕自身もそうですけど、選手スタッフも全員、そういう思いで、います。
リーグ戦では大量得点で連勝と調子を上向いている状況です。このチームの状況はどのように感じていらっしゃいますか。
チーム自体は、非常に良くなっていると思います。ただ、もう大会が、変わりますので、もうそこはまた、別の気持ちで挑みたいと、そういう思いでいます。
リーグ戦前回対戦では5対1で快勝の新潟との試合です。今日はどのように戦っていきますでしょうか。
お互いね、そんなに大きく何かを変えるということではないと思いますので、ただやはり自分たちも、自分たちらしく戦う、もうそこに尽きるかなと思っています。
新潟の警戒したいポイントなどありますでしょうか。
やはり攻撃のところですね。誰が出ても本当に、素晴らしいサッカーをしてきますので、そこをしっかり抑えて、なおかつ自分たちがね、自分たちらしく戦うこと、そうだと思ってます。
決勝に向けての大事な一戦です。改めて意気込みをお願いします。
アウェーではありますけどもね、やっぱりこの第一戦はね、非常に、大事だと思ってますので、とにかく勝って川崎に帰りたいと、そういう思いでいます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
Very warm welcome to the Denka Big Swan Stadium in Niigata for this evening's J.LEAGUE YBC Levain Cup semi-final first leg between Albirex Niigata and Kawasaki Frontale. brilliant atmosphere here as we prepare for what could be a very special night. Less than 2 weeks ago, Kawasaki thumped Niigata in the league by 5-1, but everything changes when it comes to being on cup duty. The Levain Cup and a chance to get to a major final will be a real carrot for Albirex Niigata and their fans in a disappointing season. And for Kawasaki Frontale, after another disappointing campaign in the league for them, this will provide a genuine chance at winning silverware for Toru Oniki's side. The atmosphere fervent in the stadium. Both of these teams know that they have a chance to do something pretty special for their supporters in the games across the next few days. First leg played tonight, and the second leg at the Todoroki Stadium will take place this weekend. Here's the team for Albirex Niigata. As in previous cup rounds, regular goalkeeper Ryosuke Kojima is rested, and it's Koto Abe who starts in goal. Thomas Deng is away with the Australian national team, so he won't feature in either semi-final match. Hayata Inamura, on a special contract from Toyo University, partners Michael James at centre-back. Miya Hayakawa is injured, and Motoki Nagakura has to settle for a place on the bench despite scoring 4 goals in the first leg against Machida Zelvia in the previous rounds. Certainly a good option to have up the sleeve for Riziko Matsuhashi. Two captains shake hands in the middle. Hiroki Akiyama of Albirex Niigata and Yasuto Wakizaka visiting Kawasaki Frontale. For Kawasaki, star centre-back Kota Takai got injured against Machida Zelvia a few days ago, and he was selected for the Japan national team again, so he probably wouldn't have featured in the semi-finals either way. Jesse L is out for the season, so Cedar Haidar and Asahi Sasaki start at centre-back. Kento Tachibanada is partnering So Kawahara in the double pivots in midfield. Dayatono, who scored both goals in the previous round against Vemfore Kofu, starts wide on the right. So Matsuhashi will be looking to make sure he can keep him quiet and his players can ensure that Tono can't repeat the trick. There's a goal in the 4th minute of stoppage time in the second leg, which sealed passage through to the semi-final stage for Kawasaki Frontale, the team from the J2 League. Vemfore Kofu certainly gave them quite the scare. There's Akiyama, who will be marshalling the troops for Albirex Niigata. Get the sense that this competition will provide a chance for both of these teams to play with some freedom this evening. A chance to show what they can do. Leading the line for Kawasaki Frontale this evening is Erison. He scored twice in the 5-1 win against Niigata 12 days ago. Brazilian. He's certainly a player that has plenty of ability. Good strength in the bench as well for the Oysters. Shin Yamada, prolific goal scorer in Japanese football, also on the bench for them. So we kick off. Albirex Niigata playing from left to right on your screens in the orange and blue shirts. Kawasaki Frontale in the lighter colours, and from right to left. Slightly awkward touch for Luitebo Yamaguchi. backup goalkeeper, also in nets today for Kawasaki Frontale. Is quite a common feature if you are a newcomer to the J.LEAGUE YBC Levain Cup for teams to deploy some of their fringe players and give some of the lesser known faces in their squad a chance to impress. Touches early for Kawasaki Frontale. They do like to play a patient and possession-based style. There has been inconsistency at the back that has maybe contributed. Inconsistency in terms of personnel that has contributed to their struggles over the past season or two. Of course, some of the biggest names in the club's successful period, the likes of Mitoma at Brighton and Hatate at Celtic, have left the club, and they've just not been replaced with players of the same consistency and quality. And that's been the big issue for Toru Oniki and his side. Chance for a Niigata break, but Asahi Sasaki was across well. He's given that away though, and a chance for the host to take an early lead is spurned. That was a great opportunity for Yoshi Ono. Could hardly have asked for a better chance. Louis Tebo Yamaguchi came rushing out. Didn't get there. Finish from Ono wasn't up to the required standard. So an early scare for Kawasaki Frontale, and perhaps something to imbue some confidence in this Albirex Niigata side. Yamaguchi launches it forwards. Along with it. It's good strength though from Shusuke Ota, rather. Kawasaki Frontale breaking the other way. It's towards Edison. It's well defended. Interesting to see how Inamura and Michael James work as a defensive pairing. To see in the Levain Cup this season, teams from the lower divisions and a bit more of the cup football feel. Certainly involving teams from lower down the pyramid has been good in terms of giving them some big fixtures to look forward to, showpiece occasions, and from a financial point of view as well, redistributing some of the wealth in Japanese football. There's Kento Tachibanada. He's played quite a lot in this competition so far, primarily at right back, where Sai van Vermeskerken is today. Dearth of options central midfield, or viable ones at least, for Toru Oniki, that the coach considers to be the right fit for this big occasion. Means that Tachibanada is in there with So Kawahara, who has been one of the better players brought in, challenged by Van Vermeskerken to win the ball back. Now Cesar Haidar made his debut in the first leg against Vevore Kofu. Made a very, very important block in the tie as well. given that it required a last-minute winner in the second leg. 4th minute of stoppage time, as I say, when Dayatono scored the second of his 2 goals across the tie. And that block from Haidar was magnified in terms of its importance. So Kawahara, too long with that one. Torioniki, perhaps under the greatest pressure of his reign so far. Been in charge since 2017, has delivered so many great memories for Kawasaki Frontale's fans, but it's just not been good enough in more recent times. It's partly down to recruitment. The team just not hitting the levels in quite the same way, despite having talents such as Yasuto Wakizaka. Good block by Haidar there, and it goes behind for a goal kick, says the referee. I think the decision by the official has been particularly positively received. Just a review to see if Sahi Sasaki should be punished for handball. Review is over. Early on in this game, though, this Albirex Niigata seemed to be in the ascendancy early on. Just the starts and Riziko Matsuyashi would have wanted from his team. Cesar Haidar sent to Sotamura. Didn't have too good a time against Venfore Kofu, his former side, in the last rounds. Talented player, though. Maybe looking to make more of an impact in this semi-final phase. Wakizaka couldn't quite bring that one under his spell. Well marshalled by Hashimoto. Early pattern established here then. Kawasaki Frontale being allowed to have the ball at the back. Risky pass from Cesar Haidar, but it does find its way through. Van Vermeskerken was forced back. Haidar goes to the other side. It's Miura. Sasaki. Van Vermeskerken again. Albirex Niigata. Particular exponents of the high press, but they are Kawasaki Frontale under a little bit of pressure. Free kick is given and taken quickly, and a chance to attack now. It's a good pass towards Marcinho. Sotamura got forward quickly, and Marcinho is real danger coming in off that left-hand side. So yeah, Fujiwara doing the defending for Albirex Niigata. He's claiming not impeded. Son is a key target. Quite a lot to say there. Fujiwara. First corner kick of the game. Plenty of bodies up here for Kawasaki Frontale. Instead it's played short and a better angle to swing in from Wakizaka, and then falls at the edge of the box to Dayatono. Wants to make it 3 goals in 3 matches so far in this competition. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the man who's gone a goal a game, 6 in 6 for Albirex Niigata. Motoki Nagakura is in the substitutes bench. Marcinho is penalised. Certainly capable of making life very difficult for Fujiwara. Today's game. Slight nudge there. Kick conceded by the Brazilian. A dozen minutes on the clock then. Albirex Niigata with the only real chance of the game so far. Loose pass at the back, presented Yuji Ono with a fantastic opportunity. Cesar Haidar still gliding forward. Centre back. Couldn't find a teammate though, and now he's out of position. If Niigata can move the ball quickly, but Haidar is in with a strong challenge. Recovers the situation. Oh, certainly a capable player when it comes to scoring goals. It's been a bit of a fight in this competition so far for Albirex Niigata. Let's fight all the way through from the second round, playing 6 games against Milwaukee FC, Blaublitz Ikita, Levain Nagasaki, and Machida Zelvia to get to this semi-final stage. Hasn't been smooth sailing. Took extra time to beat J2 League sides. Blaublitz Ikita. So if they can go all the way, then it would certainly be quite the story. Won the J2 League twice, most recently in 2022, but they've never won any of the major honours in Japan. The J1 League, the Emperor's Cup, or the Levain Cup. Could this be the season that changes? That's the question. It's an interesting angle of pass to play. It's launched back into the area, but Koto Abe, very sprightly off his line. Michael James, the Auckland-born defender, who has Japanese citizenship. back to Haidar, who's seen more of the ball than anyone in these early stages. Nice flowing move from Kawasaki Frontale. Dayatono just about tries to turn. Game just becoming a little stretched, Cesar Haidar. With good anticipation once again defensively. Shusuke Ota can cause problems on that right-hand side. Just that pass, which went from Tachibanada to Dayatono. It's the bobble and the bounce on it that maybe took the pace out of that move. Abe loose in possession. Marcinho picks up and it's now back to Sotamura. Marcinho, the Brazilian, once again. Shuffles from the left back across. Sasaki, Tachibanada exchanging passes. So Kawahara now. Miura. Tachibanada, very effective early on here, shuttling in that midfield area. Delivery in the end is a disappointing one, and Koto Abe has possession. Back to the goalkeeper. Scared to play out from the back, and that's quite the clatter from Dayatono. Referee just having a words. Into the big occasion is Hayato Inamura. That was well measured by Abe and Fujiwara. Fujiwara comes forwards. Wriggling in midfield was Akiyama. Free kicks played quickly, and oh no! Has the shot, it creeps through Yamaguchi. Unfortunately for the goalkeeper, it goes wide. Not convincing from Louis Tebo Yamaguchi at all. Early ball was played to Ono. Got the touch out of his feet. And that was nearly a very embarrassing one for the goalkeeper. Took an awkward bounce in front of him, and that nearly deceived him completely. Two chances now for Yuji Ono. Corner kick though for Albirex Niigata. They've been the better team so far. Definitely in terms of creating opportunities. Delivery goes in, flashes to the far side, back across. It's just beyond Ono. Peeled back towards the penalty spot. Looks almost like a game of rugby as these players chase it. Ono's all the way back. Kawasaki Frontale, meanwhile, body streaking forward. Eriksson. Fly with the left foot. Perhaps some better options. Certainly been an intriguing clash so far, this one. Lovely control by Ota. He then goes to ground. No whistle after Miura's challenge. Yamaguchi is out from the back with confidence. Confident play from Niigata here. Plenty of players getting touches of the ball. Once more, it's Ota. Lovely play. Shusuke Ota. Miura was in quickly there to dispossess Fujiwara, who'd come forward. Here's Hoshido. Akiyama, the captain. Numerous players involved in the build-up here for Albirex Niigata. Ball bent into the box. Haidar once more. Significant figure blocking it there. Foul on Ota, but the advantage is played. Cross comes in from Ono and it deflects back to the goalkeeper. Home fans not happy. Stretcher is called for. Marcinho went flying in. And Shusuke Ota came out the worst in that particular clash. Nice to see both players racing though. All good spirited competition. It's past the midway point in the first half. Still no goals, plenty of action and quite an open game so far. Perhaps no surprise though. Niigata have conceded the third most goals in the J1 League this season. Only the bottom two teams have conceded more. Kawasaki Frontale haven't kept a clean sheet in the league themselves since August, so I think an open game and goals are maybe to be expected here. That said, whenever a commentator says that, that's usually the indication that you're going to end up with a 0-0 draw. So if that does prove to be the case, then my apologies in advance. Nice touch from Ota. Miura covering well. Sota Miura, one of his strengths is his positional play. Ball was picked up by Michael James, and once more Niigata involving numerous players in the build-up. Ono's cross, it goes to the far side, and then it's tucked home by Taniguchi. Kaito Taniguchi, the man that you would expect to be amongst the goals for Albirex Niigata, is the man who delivers the first blow in this semi-final. Ono's had a couple of chances himself. Instead, he turns provider. It was an inadvertent flick on. See defensively here, I think it was Haidar that got the touch. But Kaito Taniguchi tucks that one away. Fine finish. And the Albirex Niigata, number 7. That's the first goal of the tie. Goal number 13 of the season for him, lucky for some. Second in this competition. Kawasaki Frontale now will feel the onus to respond and try and respond quickly. Miura. Turns back the way. Sasaki has it. Fans inside the stadium here, delighted by that opening goal. Yamaguchi. A couple of nervy moments. Did seem in command of that situation, but certainly a few intakes of breath, I imagine, among a few Kawasaki Frontale fans. That plays that to Miura. Nice feint from Sota Miura, but then overruns it. Now Taniguchi. Good strength. A roar cascades around the stadium here as he drives forwards. Albirex Niigata. A fairly tepid league campaign. We've had some real moments in this competition, and could this be another one? 5-0 win against Machida Selvia. Certainly many onlookers and commentators around Japanese football sit up and take notice of their intentions in this competition. And if they can get the better of Kawasaki Frontale, that would be another significant story, a significant step. Cup semi-final is in action right now. Nagoya Grampus are 2-0 up against Yokohama F. Marinos in that one. Senior plays that back, and then the shot rattles over the top. A good effort from Wakizaka. Magician who plays just behind the striker for Kawasaki Frontale. Comes close to an immediate response. Koto Abe to have it covered in goal, I think. Certainly a viable candidate, the Kawasaki Frontale captain, in terms of trying to get the scoreline back towards something more to the taste of the Kawasaki Frontale supporters. Meanwhile, Taniguchi, the goal scorer just a few minutes ago, is on the ground, and there's certainly some worried faces now around the Denka Big Swan Stadium. The J.LEAGUE YBC Levain Cup is a competition where teams do often rotate their squads and leave some of their big names and their better players out. Taniguchi, the team's top goal scorer, was included tonight, and he's delivered on the goal scoring front, but this is a real concern for Ziko Matsuhashi, the coach for the Albirex Niigata fans and team collectively. It is the goal. Fine finish finish of a man knows where the goal is. Striker responds. But that's going to be something which could have consequences and ramifications, not just in this competition, but more generally for Albirex Niigata. Takomi will take his place. Straight substitution. The team and a warm welcome for Yotakomi, 22-year-old left winger. Still in for the Japan under-23 side. So 1 goal already in this competition this season. Saki. Miura. Marcinho. Dropping back. Bigger partner is Tachivanada. He moves across to the right side. Tachivanada and Miura. They're exchanging positions. Sometimes the fullback feels wider. Sometimes they tuck inside. Eriksson with a great touch and then goes to ground. He believes he was fouled, and I think he might have a case, you know. Cesar Haidar defending high. A couple of frustrating decisions in quick succession for Kawasaki Frontale. So Kawahara, he was the one who was impeded by Motoki Asegawa. Sports Ota chasing. And again, Miura marshals the situation fairly well. The game and the scoreline, no doubt who the happier of the two head coaches is at this point. The departure of Kaito Taniguchi. Injury has just soured that was going fairly swimmingly for Albirex Niigata so far. Marcinho trying to make the case. The decision should have gone his way. Fun expression on the face of Soya Fujiwara. The duel between those two. Certainly been decent value so far. Kawahara with a good pass, and Wakizaka moves it across to Van Vermeskerken. Now Tachivanada. Kento Tachivanada has performed well in that midfield area. Nice exchange. Dayatono just overran that slightly. He's won his team a corner. quiet evening so far for Dayatono. There's a potent front three though. Tono, Eriksson and Marcinho, two Brazilians. And then you can include Wakizaka. Call it a front four. Miura at the near post, just evades him. And the ball laid off. Long range strike. Goes wide from Tono. Playoff was a decent one, but the best execution. His less preferred left foot. Toward Hasegawa there. Most of his work has been done off the ball so far. Intelligent decoy runs to create space for his teammates. Wakizaka, lovely skill. And Van Vermeerkerken works it back across the back line. Now Sasaki. Cesar Haidar. Brings it in. Neat turn as well. Slightly better from Kawasaki Frontale, but they are forced back once again. Ono is leading the press for Albirex Niigata. Marcinho. Lofted into the area towards Eriksson, well defended. Pass with plenty of pace on it. Koki Segawa did in his tracks. Rhythm to this one. Tono. Pressure. He's forced back, but free kick would have been forthcoming. Six and a half minutes plus stoppage time for Kawasaki Frontale to hit back here. Nice flow to this move. Tono stands it up, but it's too close to Koto Abe. Abe hasn't been seriously tested yet in terms of his reflexes. Claimed a couple of crosses, and that's pretty much it. And that will be the biggest disappointment so far from Toru Oniki's perspective. That Kawasaki Frontale haven't quite been able to properly test the opposition goalkeeper. Certainly enjoying themselves in the Denka Big Swan Stadium. Second goal for Albirex Niigata. The end of this first half could be key. Shot flashes in from Yuji Hoshi. And Luitebo Yamaguchi got behind that one. See the sheep out of possession from Albirex Niigata. He's been excellent so far in this game. Dayatono Just beginning to drift around though for Kawasaki Frontale. It's going to be the players who are intelligent enough to find space and make things happen, who could make a pivotal difference in this tie. Tachibanada, now Miura into the area. Erison wants it and it's nodded back to the goalkeeper. Fantastic composure from Hayato Inamura. Wonderful play from the young player on the special contract. Wins the free kick. Used his body intelligently there and baited Sota Miura into the challenge. Izuku Matsuhashi, coach for Albirex Niigata. Certainly built on the work by predecessor Albert Puig. If he could mastermind cup triumph, then he would immediately be elevated to the highest realms of the pantheon of legends in this history. Niigata football. Miura plays that to Marcinho, who makes an intelligent run. Then the cut back comes to Tono. Couldn't quite make it stick. Signs of life offensively from Kawasaki Frontale though. Sasaki and Vermaskerke. Kawahara. Now Tachibanada. Pairing of Tachibanada and Kawahara. Working well for Kawasaki Frontale. In possession at least. It's been the best spell for the visiting side so far. Strong in possession here. Van Vermaskerken under pressure. Can't quite manage to get free. That's left somewhat of a hole at the back, which Albirex Niigata are trying to expose. The ball goes long and it's towards Ota, who manages to get free of the defender. And Shusuke Ota has made it 2-0. And Albirex Niigata are now very much in charge of this cup tie. Disaster scenario for Toru Oniki. Just as Kawasaki Frontale were seeming to hit some rhythm moving forward, Van Vermaskerken lost possession. It left space at the back. Haidar was shrugged off it way too easily. And Shusuke Ota doubles the advantage for Albirex Niigata. These Albirex Niigata fans came into this match believing that something special was possible. The possibility of that has only been amplified by how this first half has gone. Third goal of the season for Ota. And it's by far the most important. Erisson's driving. Floats that in, but it's too close to Koto Abe. Kawasaki Frontale's supporters trying to G up their side. But once more, Toru Oniki has a lot of thinking to do. It's slack at the back once again. This time goes unpunished. For Albirex Niigata, it's not been a great season. Their results have been inconsistent. They've been in the bottom half, but they've not been in the relegation zone. The Levain Cup provides suitable respite from the rigours of the league campaign. And at the moment, it's providing the very best in terms of memories for these fans this season. Dayatono and Erisson have both been kept fairly quiet. There's not been a major save to speak of for Koto Abe. And arguably, had Yuji Ono been better with his finishing, and the scoreline could be even steeper. Miura, tackled by Fujiwara. Fans are delighting in the trouble that Kawasaki Frontale are finding. They're 2-0 down against Albirex Niigata. Still 3/4 of the tie to go. Second half of this evening's match, and then on Sunday afternoon, the second leg at the Todoroki Stadium. Pulling that back for handball. Frustration etched on the faces of Kawasaki Frontale's players and coach right now. Albirex Niigata have one more chance to create something before the break. It's the left back Kento Hashimoto who will deliver this set piece into the area. Good arc on it to the far post, and it's the side netting. Yuji Ono has had 3 good opportunities in this first half. He's spurned all 3, including this one right at the end here. Almost got the finish spot on, just hit the side netting. But Albirex Niigata do lead. Kaito Taniguchi with the opener. in the 25th minute, and then Shusuke Ota scored in the 45th minute to double their lead, and they are very much in charge of this J.League YBC Levain Cup semi-final first leg. The halftime score, Albirex Niigata 2, Kawasaki Frontale 0. Very warm welcome back to the Denka Big Swan Stadium in Niigata for the second half of the J.League YBC Levain Cup semi-final first leg between Albirex Niigata and Kawasaki Frontale. The half-time score is Niigata 2, Kawasaki 0. Perhaps a surprise to some. Albirex Niigata have been very much value for that lead that they do have. As you can see, Shin Yamada is about to come on for Kawasaki Frontale. Top goal scorer coming on for the team as they try to recover the situation here. Akihiro Ienaga also going to be deployed from the bench. Toru Oniki calling on the big guns after goals from Kaito Taniguchi, who left the field soon after due to injury, and Shusuke Ota just before half-time. Albirex Niigata very much in charge of the tie as it stands. Akihiro Ienaga is on Dayatono, who scored both of the goals against Vimfore Kofu. And Shin Yamada is on in place of Erison, the Brazilian. Couldn't quite manage the impact that he had in the 5-1 win Kawasaki Frontale had over Albirex Niigata just under 2 weeks ago. Erison scored twice in that one, so did Shin Yamada. Yamada will be hoping he can repeat the trick here. Prompting from the right-hand side of Akihiro Ienaga, which provides somewhat different outlets. Kawasaki Frontale as they try to get back into the tie and definitely into tonight's match. Just joining us and you missed the first half, Albirex Niigata. And in the orange and blue, going from right to left on your screen, and Kawasaki Frontale in their changed kits. With a cream-coloured strip, shorts and socks, from left to right. Interesting. Kawasaki Frontale and the bulk of the possession. Well, not the bulk, but they did slightly more possession than Albirex Niigata in the first half. Whereas the pattern in recent clashes between these sides has seen Albirex Niigata have most of the possession, but Kawasaki Frontale won the last clash by 5-1. That was despite Niigata having 64% of the possession in that game. So we do wonder if leaning into perhaps a more counter-attacking approach could be beneficial for the visitors in this second half. It's certainly not going to be an easy task for Toru Oniki's team. Back. Nice switch of play there. Confidence high with the Albirex Niigata team. Marcinho. Cross on the right, cross into the area was a decent one. The ball in, Yuji Ono was highest. Managed to get above Van Vermeskerken and one of his teammates. Couldn't direct the header on target. Yato Inamura. Playing in the back with Michael James today for the home side, and it's been an impressive performance by the youngster on the special contract from Toyo University. Albirex Niigata breaking forward once again. Ota bends that in from the right hand side. Decent ball in. Oh no. Couldn't find a teammate. But pressure bearing down on goal, and it's 3-0 to Albirex Niigata. Riziko Matsuhashi's team are on the march here. Louis Yamaguchi beaten for a third time, and it's the ideal start to the second half for the hosts. Kawasaki Frontale on the verge of dismantling here. You can see here, initial ball in from Ono, didn't quite fall right. And they're just checking for an offside here. On the replay, Fujiwara drilled it in, and the final touch came off Motoki Hasegawa. confirmed. And Albirex Niigata, who absolutely thumped Machida Zelvia in the first leg of their quarter-final, are looking to do the same here to Kawasaki Frontale. This feels like a significant shift in Japanese football. Sometimes you can look at matches like this as just a one-off, just a single match in a bigger picture. This doesn't feel like that. This feels like we're coming to the end of a cycle for Kawasaki Frontale, Toru Oniki's team. A team which has been inconsistent but has still retained the ability to turn up for the big occasion. Has fallen extremely flat here. Two big substitutions at half-time. Ienaga and Yamada both on, but it's Albirex Niigata who are getting right after it at the start of this second period. Nice football, and then it's four. Albirex Niigata are going wild here. The Denka Big Swan Stadium is in absolute raptures. Luitebo Yamaguchi hardly knows where to look. Another excellent counter-attack. Good switch of play here. Nice work from the substitute Tomi. And then back to Yuji Hoshi. Coming forward from midfield. And it's 4-0. And once more, it's an absolute thumping being dished out by Albirex Niigata. Yuji Hoshi, acclaimed by pretty much every one of his teammates. The 32-year-old makes it 4-0. We're not even at the hour mark yet. The 19th goal of his professional football career for Yuji Hoshi. It's in over 250 games. Perhaps why he was such a popular goal scorer. Kawasaki Frontale need to find a foothold in the tie. Cannot go into Sunday's game with it feeling like an insurmountable task. Probably need at least 2 goals to have a fighting chance of it, you would think. Then again, Japanese football, anything can happen. Fans of the J.League and its associated competitions will hasten to tell you that. Yamada, certainly a candidate to try and help Kawasaki Frontale find a way back into this game. 24-year-old frontman is prolific. 16 goals already this season. You do wonder if the defeat does end up being a heavy one. Toru Oniki, so many priorities to balance. We begin to think it'd be better resting players for this Sunday's game. We do have the Asian Champions League very much on the agenda to Kawasaki Frontale. Yamada just takes a loose touch. It's indicative just how pretty much everything is going wrong. Kawasaki Frontale right now, you saw the gesticulation of Yasuto Wakizaka there. He wants to see his team just calm down, not to show how rattled they are. Even with the experienced heads on the pitch right now, Kawasaki Frontale are very much floundering. Kick. It's going to take effort, but it's going to take a degree of craft as well to try and engineer a turning of the tide in this tie, in this match as well. Ball forward was towards Ono. Changes just after that fourth ball went in. Kawasaki Frontale, Yusuke Segawa is on for Marcinho, and at the back Yuichi Maruyama has replaced Cesar Haidar. Maruyama fits. Frontale. If Toru Oniki will be thinking perhaps he should have leaned on him a little sooner. Yusuke Segawa was one of the more impressive performers in the previous round against Vampure Kofu. In mind though, against the J2 League sides, it was a very close run thing for Kawasaki Frontale. Another break for Albirex Niigata. Bodies arriving forward, it goes to the far side. Nice flick, and then across from Hashimoto, and then fired wide. Work from Yotakomi originally with the flick. And that couldn't quite get the finish. This time did score the second goal just before half-time, which now in context looks absolutely pivotal. Chest control by Ienaga, and now Segawa on his man, well tracked by Fujiwara. Time very much of the essence of Kawasaki Frontale. Slightly risky pass, but Albirex Niigata are willing to try things right now. Confidence is probably levels unforeseen in the rest of this campaign. Needed extra time against the J2 League side earlier in the competition. A 5-0 win against Machida Selvia was a real moment. So a couple of substitutions. Eiji Miyamoto. And hero from that Machida clash. Motogi Nagakura. As well as Danilo, winning number 17. So switcheroo deployed by Ziko Matsuhashi. Probably feels like it's a good time to try and get that confidence spreading around his squad. Danilo Gomes, Brazilian left winger. Certainly one that Albirex Niigata keen to see strut his stuff if possible. Yenaga. It's a free kick for Kawasaki Frontale. And if somehow Kawasaki can turn this tie around, then they are entering very pivotal phase. Can't have any more damage inflicted upon them. Have to try get back at the opposition. It's a great challenge though, and a chance for Albirex Niigata to break. Ota won the ball and now lays it off to Fujiwara. Forward is picked up by Sasaki. He's under a bit of pressure. Nagakura already getting himself involved. Given away once again. Albirex Niigata. Plenty of players arriving on scene here. Cross is just about vented by Hashimoto. Good run by Kento Hashimoto down the left. Minutes gone at the Denka Big Swan Stadium in Niigata. And it could hardly be going better for the home side here. Kawasaki Frontale fans still trying to do their best by their team. Fan culture in Japanese football, certainly among the most positive you'll find across the globe. is shown to Michael James. Just in there a little late. Atmosphere. Brilliant moment for these home supporters. As it stands, Albirex Niigata on precipice of club history. 1 foot at the moment in the final of the J.LEAGUE YBC Levain Cup. The team has never won a major honour in Japanese football. They've won the J2 League twice. They've never won the J1 League, the Emperor's Cup, or this competition. Is this going to be the year? These fans certainly feel like there's something special in the offing. Is awarded Kawasaki Frontale's way. Toki Nagakura is penalised. Another change. Yuki Yamamoto for Kento Tachibanada. Really worked out for Yamamoto since he joined Kawasaki Frontale. Certainly a player with bags of ability in terms of an emergent moment. Time for him to really have a breakthrough performance then. It's needed now more than ever for Toru Oniki and his team. Kerkin puts that one off. Kawahara leaves it back. It's more Albirex Niigata in a very hard to break down shape. Yamada leaves that across. Kawasaki Frontale with so many bodies forward now. And good defending by Michael James for the home side. Avoided the concession of the corner there. So Fujiwara couldn't quite prevent it. Still not a major test for Koto Abe in goal for Albirex Niigata. Ball floated into the middle, it's flicked on. And it's touched home. That's one goal back. Yusuke Segawa with the final touch. And maybe, just maybe, some hope remains for those Kawasaki Frontale fans. Found himself in the right place at the right time. Yusuke Segawa. Touch to steady himself, and then another one to prod it home. Toru Oniki wants to see more of that. Fascinating cup tie, this one. Albirex Niigata still with a comprehensive lead, but Kawasaki Frontale will be hoping to build on that first goal. It's just their third goal in this competition so far. Dayatono scoring the 2 goals, which saw them get a 2-1 aggregate win over Vanfari Kofu in the quarter-final. Of course, that's the stage that they entered the competition due to their Asian Champions League participation. In terms of tactical shape, this game has pretty much none right now. Yenaga was well challenged by Michael James there as he tried to get the ball across. Captivating spectacle at the Denka Big Swan Stadium in Niigata. Cannot take your eyes off this one. The crowd rather stopped singing throughout. Behind, and it's another corner kick. If it goes anything like the last one, then Kawasaki Frontale will be very happy with that. Yasuto Wakizaka appears to take this one. It's back into the area. Kawasaki Frontale winning the corner count by 4-1. Albirex Niigata are ahead in the score that matters by 4-1. Kawahara didn't quite catch that one right. Forward working out from the back from Hashimoto. Then a nice switch of play. Fujiwara stakes his time. Albirex Niigata would be well advised to just maintain possession. When you've got the ball, the opposition can't hurt you. Kawasaki Frontale are in all-out attack mode, looking for the ball through every time. So Kawahara trying to find the goal scorer Segawa. Just overcooked that pass though. Michael James has become a more prominent figure in this second half. Kawasaki Frontale against the same opposition a couple of Fridays ago. Feels like a long time right now. We enter 15 minutes of this game. If Kawasaki Frontale can get another goal, then this tie feels very much in play heading into the weekends. But if Albirex Niigata can manage a fifth, then you have to feel that Kawasaki Frontale's hopes, even heading back to their home stadium, are all but gone. Hashimoto, well blocked there. Wakizaka all the way back, helping the captain. He's an attacking midfielder, remember. There's quite a lot psychologically about Albirex Niigata, that they despite being 4-1 ahead there, fans, the second leg still to come. Some of them do have somewhat concerned faces. They just don't want to see this lead that they established slip away. Michael James goes along with it. Yamaguchi's at the edge of the box. That wasn't too convincing. Maruyama, the back, helping out. A host of substitutes deployed in this second half. Kawasaki Frontale used their full complement of 5. Albirex Niigata do still have 1 substitution remaining should they wish to use it. Shot didn't have quite enough purchase on it. Danilo Gomes looking in from the right wing. Nice football. Hashimoto, good crossing position. Held by Kawasaki Frontale, but they will come again. Akiyama, the captain, just trying to ensure that composure remains for the hosts here. Don't want to lose anything sloppy at this point. Abe. Composed play. Backup goalkeeper. Advantage played by the referee. Number of bodies forward for Albirex Niigata. It's Danilo. Looks to turn onto that left foot early. Van Vermeskerken. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Kind of game where you feel that there's hardly been any abatements in the action. It's been interesting from the very first whistle. Nagakura spreads that to the right, and Danilo bearing down on goal. Well blocked. Yamamoto could only hook that one into the air. Hashimoto moves it down the sides. That's good strength there, though. Sasaki wins the battle in the end. Segawa trying to do his bit for his team. Van Vermeskerken has to do the defending for Kawasaki Frontale. Yamada hasn't had an opportunity of note. Their Dederi son, his time on the field. The other end, here's Hashimoto for Albirex Niigata. It's a good corner. Yamaguchi punches it. Had to adjust his body position quickly. The goalkeeper. His whistle for handball. Kawahara turned into trouble. He's going to pick up a yellow card for his troubles. Been a regular in the team, so Kawahara. So many of the recruits in recent times just haven't been for Kawasaki Frontale, perhaps the most notable case of that. The former Premier League striker, Bafetimbi Gomis, who was brought in as very much the high-profile recruit last year. Recently been released from his contract by mutual consent after failing to really nail down a place in the team. Hashimoto. That's a little too long. Danilo picks up. Can't beat his man though. Chessboard in front of him and then goes long to Ienaga. Spike with Akihiro Ienaga. Toru Oniki's team just haven't created enough, despite the array of attacking talent they have. Wakizaka tries to get that through. It's well defended. Michael James with some pivotal work at the back for Albirex Niigata. Now the counter-attack. These Niigata players occupying space in the Kawasaki half. Spell of possession. Danilo. Snap back to Fujiwara. Brilliant play by the right back. Gets the cross in as well. It's just about headed away. Head tennis right now. And then what an effort that was. Would have been absolutely spectacular had it gone in. Beg your pardon, Akiyama, the captain it was. I think I'm surprised because you don't really expect to see that kind of effort from Hiroki Akiyama. Six minutes remain in this second half. If there's another goal in this game, it will have real significance. As it stands, Kawasaki Frontale will require at least a 3-goal win at the Todoroki Stadium to even take this to extra time. It's bent into the box. Albirex Niigata. Clear that one. Hayato Inamura has performed very well here. The spotlight was very much on him. At the back. Abe. It's the goal kick. He's playing midfield. Albirex Niigata trying to get Nagakura involved. Niigata with a good touch. Round the corner, gets his team up the pitch. One of the most prolific goal scorers in Japanese football. But he's not had the service since coming on in this second half. Yamamoto. Sasaki. This is better from Kawasaki Frontale. Now they get the ball into the area. Headed away, but the visitors try once again. Van Vermeskirchen. Back to Kawahara. Cannot quite connect in a fashion which yields an attacking opportunity. Just need to be careful not to give the ball away either. Chastening evening for Rui Tebo Yamaguchi in goal for Kawasaki Frontale. Started as a somewhat unconvincing performance, has seen him concede 4 goals. Sasaki though, the centre back all the way forward. Segawa turns and gets the shot in. Koto Abe is down to claim it. Swashbuckling performances of yesteryear. It's going to be one of those that Kawasaki Frontale are going to have to try and call upon. Also going to really need to try and use their home advantage on Sunday with these two teams Longhorns once again. But maybe another say Segawa. Shot is blocked. He's been the likeliest ever since he's come on. Has scored once. Has looked most sprightly in terms of adding another for Kawasaki Frontale. We're into the final minute of the 90. In the other semi-final, Yokohama F. Marinos are 3-1 down at home to Nagoya Grampus. Ienaga. Veteran can't find the target with the header. Left highest did get above Hashimoto. From Toru Oniki, about to enter stoppage time, and Riziko Matsuhashi, other than letting the clean sheet slip away, I don't think he could have contrived a better performance in his imagination than his team have given this evening at the Denka Big Swan Stadium. First of 5 added minutes in Niigata. Can Kawasaki Frontale find another goal? You feel it would be absolutely pivotal in terms of enhancing Sunday's viability as a contest. Segawa cuts that across the box, but no Kawasaki Frontale players were onto it. Danilo won't be able to keep that in, so throw in to Frontale. Ball bent to the far side. Ienaga, good chest control, lifts it into a good area. It's headed away well, and Danilo completes the clearance. He's taken just a little too quickly. Maruyama. Now Van Vermeskerken finds Ienaga. Sasaki strike to Maruyama. Ienaga is coming in off the side, trying to carve out an opportunity for his team. Albirex Niigata wanted the free kick for the first one. Referee let play on, then blows his whistle at the second time of asking. Danilo Gomes is down. Winger has been fairly involved since coming on. There's the scorer of the first goal, Naito Taniguchi. Went off injured after that. Be interesting to see just how bad that injury is. That's going to be one of the storylines after this game, you imagine. The subject of Toru Oniki's future immediately and in the longer term may well spark as a topic of debate as well. A growing hubbub of noise. Just the frustration is becoming a bit too much. Here's Hashimoto, good skill. And then probably the less said about the shot, the better. It's been a very good performance though from Kento Hashimoto. On the left-hand side, and the other full-back, Soya Fujiwara. Likewise for Albirex Niigata. Nagakura wins the free kick. Could well be the last action of this first leg. Behind Ienaga. He will be the man to pick up the ball at the end of this game. A game which could hardly have gone worse for Kawasaki Frontale. Yusuke Segawa's goal gives them at least something to give them some hope going into Sunday. But Albirex Niigata were dominant here. And in the first half, Kaito Taniguchi got them ahead before Shusuke Ota added a second. Then at the start of the second half, you knew it was going to be pivotal, but Kawasaki Frontale responded instead. 2 goals in the first 8 minutes. First from Motoshi Hasegawa, and then Yuji Oshi made it 4-0. Segawa did pull one back to give Kawasaki Frontale some hope going into Sunday. But the final score at the end of this J.League YBC Levain Cup semi-final first leg is Albirex Niigata 4, Kawasaki Frontale 1.
太田修介選手、ファーストレグ勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
まずは試合を振り返っていかがでしょうか。